From the Mapleview Animal Hospital studios, this is the WHTC Morning News with Gary Stevens and Peg McNichol on 99.7, 1450 WHTC and WHTC.com.
Welcome back to the WHTC Morning News for this Friday, May the 8th. Friday mornings, we try to set aside some time to take a look at local governments in and around the Holland Zeeland area. We call the segment City Hall Chatter. We set aside the second Friday of the month to focus on what is going on in the city of Holland. And today on City Hall Chatter, we are joined by First Ward Councilman and Mayor Pro Tem Mike Trethewey. He joins us via the Zoom connection. Good morning, Mike, and welcome aboard.
Good morning, Gary. Thank you very much. Beautiful day out there.
Yeah, it would have been a great day to enjoy. Well, it is a great day to enjoy the tulips. Unfortunately, I think more than just those of us who live here or work here are enjoying the tulips. And there's a lot of people right now in town. Nice. We like them in here, but Mayor Bach said it best last week. Stay away for a year because we can't accommodate them. You pleased, disappointed, or what? That let's just say the message has not been really heard by a lot of people.
Not surprised. We have a reputation around here, and the plea went out because we don't have the infrastructure and things in place right now to be able to support that. But I'm not surprised. I'm glad people are feeling free to get around. But please, as we said, wash your hands and use some common sense.
How frustrating is it right now in this situation? Because, Dave Lorenz of Pure Michigan says, this is maybe the low time of tourism in Michigan overall, but this is the big time of year around here, and we're stuck with what we got at least through May 28th, and if not longer. And yes, many other things can be rescheduled. You can't tell the tulips come back in August because they'll be long gone.
No, you're absolutely correct. And I do get a chance to get out every once in a while dealing with work and going down to council meetings. And, we play hit or miss. You've been around long enough that we've had STEM festivals. We've had times where they've been delayed, so on and so forth. The whole gambit. They appear to be just about perfect this year, which is the frustrating thing. We do, as many governors have said at the lunch on Wednesday, we kick off the tourism season for the state of Michigan. I hope this is just a bump, if you will, in the system. Next year will be better, and I know you're cautious about that. I'm cautious about that also. But we also have to be thinking ahead. We also have to be thinking positive. There will be something out there next year. In fact, we're deep into the throes of the Labor Day parade, and we're discussing that right now, the truck parade, hoping to bookend that and make sure that things are safe if, in fact, we go ahead with that. So, yeah, it's a little bit of frustration, but I'll tell you what, it's very beautiful out there, and next year is even bigger and better, Gary.
I don't want to, and by the way, Holland Mayor Pro Tem Mike Trethewey joining us on WHTC. Don't want to let's put it this way. The COVID-19 situation certainly has sucked all the air out of the room in terms of attention, but in the city of Holland, you and other council members have to get a budget passed, and that's next Wednesday's meeting. And we chatted with Keith Van Beek, the Holland City Manager, yesterday on Talk of the Town. Flexible document, and I think a good word is flexibility. Council is going to need to have that because this spending plan for fiscal 2021 probably will have the caveat pending further review.
Oh, absolutely. And when you're looking at a budget of roughly $200 million, including the BPW, and with all the unknowns, as Keith said to us this past Wednesday, 2 weeks ago when we reviewed it, a lot of this was set in place before the COVID-19 shutdowns and things went on. They listened to us at the advance. Staff did a fantastic job of being able to put this budget together, listening to what we have said, what we have heard from our constituents, wanting to put the numbers together. And we all know, we are very, very aware that this is going to be a very fluid situation going on through the next year. We've built in some contingencies. Gary, I've been around for 20 some odd years. City of Holland has always been in great financial state, even with the turn down back in 2008. Yeah, we had to get rid of, or we let go about 65 people. We've never come back to that. It was a good reality check, I think, at that point. And with the city management, the city leaders, and city staff, we always try to position ourselves in the greatest financial position possible, and I think we've done that. The citizens of Holland are the very first and foremost. We do not want to have them see any reduction in services or even see that there's anything going on. Yeah, there's going to be a little bit of tweak here and there, but again, city staff listened to us. They did a fantastic job putting this budget together, and we will float with it and keep things going for the city of Holland.
I mentioned this also during our conversation with Keith Van Beek yesterday, and if we didn't have the COVID-19 situation, the Tulip Time Festival would have overshadowed a little bit, but it is a concern. High water. We saw high water problems called into us from South Shore Drive. We've had photos of the causeway to Windmill Island Gardens with water over that. That has to be a concern because the water is not staying home and staying safe, and high water is going to be with us through probably the entire spring and summer and into the fall.
Well, if you listen to the Corps of Engineers, I think this may be a couple of years worth. The city has taken some steps on Pine Avenue, the transition from river to Pine. Working right on the waterfront there, I'm very acutely aware of the water situation. In fact, this last rainstorm we had, we did have Pine Avenue closed for just a little bit because of all the water coming out there. Water's going to go where water is going to go. Not a whole lot you can do. And you get back to the finger in the dike story. I'm afraid we're going to have a real big finger and a real big dike to hold this one back. But we are doing everything possible to make sure that that does not impede on the public right of way and the safety and transportation arenas, just like we did on Pine and the transition road there.
One final thing, Mike Trethewey, I know Tulip Time is now in the back window now. The Memorial Day parade is now a casualty as well. There's a possibility that the fireworks on the 4th of July might be a victim as well. One thing that's not a victim, and hopefully it'll stay that way, next Wednesday, the Holland Farmers Market opens up.
And we are looking forward to that. I know we had some consternation a little bit early in the year, excuse me, when we had to close the indoor because there was no way to potentially keep everybody safe. I'm really hoping and praying, Gary, that because of this essential service, that heads prevail, people keep their social distancing, follow the rules, and everything will go smoothly. The farmers need to get the fruits and vegetables out. We need to eat. There's a little bit of social gathering that goes on with this, but let's be smart, people. And we will be watching it very closely. If there is anything that goes awry, we're not going to put anybody's life and chance at jeopardy. That may reverse. So I guess I'm throwing out the very friendly warning. Watch what you're doing or it'll go away.
He is Holland City Mayor Pro Tem, City Council Member, First Ward Mike Trethewey, joining us on a City Hall chatter here on 99.7 and 1450 WHTC. Mike, as always, we appreciate it when you spend a few moments to explain a few things going on within the City of Holland. Thank you for joining us this morning and look forward to talking with you again soon.
My pleasure, Gary. Be well.
Thank you very much. That is Holland Mayor Pro Tem and City Council Member Mike Trethewey on City Hall Chatter on 99.7 and 1450 WHTC.